Well, hello, YouTube. I don't think I'm on Facebook yet because it still says connecting, but good morning. Welcome to Ovatyme Sports Talk, early morning edition. If you joined us last night, thank you. If you're joining us this morning, thank you. Mr. Black, how you doing besides Facebook acting a fool?
I am doing wonderful, sir. But we got to throw up the my tagline for the day, and it's just simply Garoppolo is God. All right, that's needs to be known today. Jimmy Garoppolo is BC. Let me see until we get you back on camera. Let me see if I can get this worked out again. Hold on, just a second.
Let me leave the broadcast and.
All right, let's see.
My phone decided to do a bunch of updates when I went on Wi-Fi.
That's special, sir. All right. Boy, let's see. Let's see if I can do an ad. Request to be in the broadcast. No. Invite friends. Re-invite it. There, I sent you the invite again. See if that works.
Okay.
Did you get an invite?
I think you have the mirror thing on your computer clicked for your tagline.
Why? Is it not right?
It's backwards.
Oh, lovely. All right, hold on. Let's see. Why does everything always have to be complicated?
Because it's early in the morning.
There we go. Is that better?
It will be in a minute.
Oh, let me flip it. How about that? How about now?
Like I said, it'll take a minute.
Lovely. So many technical difficulties.
Let's just get started here. You said you sent another invite on Facebook?
Yeah, it said that you want to be in your video. I approve. Approve. Let's try this again.
All right. Now we're connecting. There I am.
There I am. How do you do, sir?
Now.
Here I am. How do you do? All right. Now we're back up and running. Let's try this again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ovatyme Sports Talk Entertainment with your boy Big Sin on the other side. This is your boy James, aka Hollywood J Black. We are live in effect. This is not recorded. This is legitimately live, sir. How are you doing today?
I am good as long as Facebook is nice to me today. So let's get right into topics because we are running a couple minutes behind now. But let's talk about the NBA Roundup. I know you have everything on your little tablet with you.
Yes, sir. So we have last night's slate of games. We went over a couple of them, but if you missed last night's show, we're just going to go over them real quick. We have Cleveland beating Portland 127-110 with the debut of Isaiah Thomas playing in his first game since last year's NBA playoffs where he hurt his hip. So in 18 minutes, he dropped 17 points, 5 assists. Your boy did his thing.
The hip is looking good right now.
Yeah, the hip is looking real good, which makes tonight's game even more interesting if they let Isaiah Thomas play. So we have San Antonio beating the New York Knicks 100-91, which saw 2 crazy-ass shots last night. I don't know if you saw ESPN, but we had 2 shots. We had Manu Ginobili, who was tossing an alley-oop to LaMarcus Aldridge, ended up actually hitting a three-pointer by accident. And then we have who shot a shot from 3-point and it just
Did you just say Michael Beasley?
Yes, I said the word Michael Beasley, sir. Yes, he has been the guy that's been coming off the bench when Porzingis is on the bench, and he also plays a little bit small forward. He's found a niche in New York, sir. They love him. They call him the MVBs in New York. That's like a legitimate thing.
I don't even know what to say to that, dude.
MVBs.
Jesus Christ.
But yes, he hit a shot that spun around the rim about 15, 20 times before it actually went into the cup. So that was about 10 or 12 seconds of wasted time ticking off the clock that the Knicks probably could have used to score more points in order to win this game. But LaMarcus,
I have a question. Why is Jared Jack still in the NBA?
Because he's good at what he does, which is the Alex Smith game management treatment, sir. Game management. So,
and now, did the Clippers win that late game last night?
Oh, yes. The Clippers won off of Lou Williams' 33 points. Remember we talked about, I said that Lou Williams is a scorer on that team and should be the point guard over Austin Rivers. Well, I think tonight we just made a case for it. Lou Williams dropped 33 points. Winning in Sacramento 131-111. Zach Randolph dropped 24 points. Nicholas Batum finally got a swag back. He dropped 21. Let's see what else here.
That swag? I said Nicholas Batum had swag.
Yes, Nicholas Batum has swag. He's been dealing with elbow issues, but now he has some swag finally. So he's back up and running, good to go. And finally, in a thriller, overtime thriller, Phoenix edges out Atlanta 104-103. And actually was probably the best game of the night, the most thrilling game of the night. Devin Booker sank 3 free throws at the end after getting fouled on a three-pointer with 12.3 seconds left to play, and they win the game. Devin Booker was out for about a good month with the injury, so he's finally back and finally got his thing. He's dropped 34. He's the only thing that the Suns really have.
Since Ben Gordon said he didn't want to be there no more. Not Ben Gordon.
Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe, my bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, shit. Who really wants to play for the Suns when you're tanking? If you're an all-star point guard and your team's tanking, really, really good. What's really good? That's the question I have.
So I know we got 12 games on the slate tonight. What do we have on the slate tonight, my friend?
All right. I'm glad you asked. And they're probably like, you nasty motherfucker eating oatmeal on the broadcast. Fuck you. Anyways, so tonight we have the Rockets playing in Orlando tonight. In my city, the Rockets coming to town, but with no James Harden for at least minimum the next 2 weeks, which is already fucking up my fantasy team. We have San Antonio going to Philadelphia to play the Sixers. We have the Knicks going to Washington to play the Wizards. I want to call them the Bullets, but I guess they're still the Wizards until we say otherwise.
Well, we can say otherwise all we want. It's the NBA who's calling them the Wizards still.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So we got Minnesota playing Brooklyn tonight. I know you're probably excited about that game.
Yeah, that's a young man showcase right there.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. I mean, because you got to look at this. You're going to have Karl Anthony Towns and Jimmy Butler coming into town against the cardiac kids, as I like to call them in Brooklyn, because nobody knows who the hell they are. They just know they play their hearts out. That's why they call them the cardiac kids. We have Detroit. We have Detroit thought they was going to get out the cold and come to Miami, but guess what? It's 40 degrees, bitches. You ain't leaving shit. But I know that's a Detroit vacation right there, so you never know.
They're gonna be wearing shorts, homie.
Pretty much, right? And we got the game of the night, which is Cleveland at Boston. So Cleveland is coming into town to play the Celtics, and I'm hoping that Isaiah Thomas plays because, hey, Yali, we appreciate you watching. I know you don't care about B-ball, but thank you for showing us love. We really appreciate it. We got Cleveland coming to Boston. Remember the last time these two teams played, the Gordon Hayward got hurt. We talked about this yesterday. Boston is a pretty legit squad. They're tight-knit. You know what I'm saying? Now, within Isaiah Thomas, I'm hoping that he plays tonight. I wonder if he's going to get the homecoming that he possibly deserves because he didn't want to leave Boston. All he wanted was security, and they didn't give him that.
Well, you see, he said in the interview that he thinks that he'll actually get cheered. But we all know how fans are. Fans are very petty. They're going to blame him for something that was out of his control.
Well, dude, and if let me tell you something,
they can't blame him for nothing. They got fucking Kyrie Irving, who has just been a godsend for them. So it don't really matter.
Of course, but it's the whole thing. This is a different scenario. Like the difference between Kyrie wanting to leave versus Isaiah Thomas wanting to stay in Boston and build a legacy and him being just denied. I mean, you really got to deny Danny Ainge. And I really have to ask myself this question. Isaiah Thomas and the Cleveland Cavaliers not only make the finals, but win.
Then everybody's going to point and laugh at Danny Ainge. Because I know I will.
I will too, and I think that's going to be the thing right there. My whole thing is this, and to be dead honest with you, both teams won out of this trade. I think maybe Boston won a little bit more because they have a point guard that's actually a true leader that doesn't care about scoring, it just cares about winning.
Well, we really can't say that Boston won a little bit more until Isaiah Thomas is full-time in the Cavaliers lineup. Crowder and the other cat they got have been balling out pretty good down there in fucking Cleveland with LeBron.
Well, we did talk about that too, because the whole thing about that was, hold on, I can't believe that my thing didn't switch. Okay, the thing that we have to talk, the thing that we have to talk about is Isaiah Thomas is going to learn from LeBron James, and I think that people are missing that. Then I think LeBron James has somebody that's willing to win with him at any cost. That is a hell of a thing. I don't think there's no jealousy thing with Kyrie, because remember, Kyrie was there when LeBron left, when they had to pick up the pieces.
Well, the one thing I want to say to end out the NBA talk right now is people tend to forget that Isaiah Thomas has been a journeyman his whole career until last year.
That's very true. So I'm going to go over the games real quick just to finish out our conversation. Toronto at Chicago, the team that's decided they're going to tank. The Chicago Tanks, not the Bulls, they're the Tanks. My game of the night, which is Indiana at Milwaukee, we're going to see Oladipo versus Giannis, the Alphabet Man. We have probably going to stomp all over Dallas, A-Town stomp them. Phoenix at Denver after Luke. We're taking a thriller. If you're a betting man in Vegas, take the Denver Nuggets. New Orleans playing at the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz are a hell of a team. People have not been talking about the Utah Jazz. I don't know if anybody's been talking about the Jazz down there, because I know you're close to Salt Lake City up there, but the Jazz are a legitimate team, and I'm afraid of teams that actually have to play the Utah Jazz, bro.
Nah, there ain't much talk going on around here about the Jazz, because now the NBA doesn't matter because they're not here. The NHL is, so it's Golden Knight fever.
Oh, well, then there you go. They won last night too. I'm mad because the boy Carlson didn't score, and I had him on my FanDuel lineup, motherfucker. But still love my Vegas Golden Knights. And then finally, to end the night, I think I understood that we might see the return of Lonzo Ball tonight as they go ahead and OKC comes into town. That's going to be a nice little game if Lonzo Ball is in. Lonzo Ball versus Russell Westbrook. I think it's the first time they would have actually played against each other.
Russell Westbrook's going to eat that kid alive.
Well, hey, if you're going to get eaten alive, it might well be Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook. By the way,
Russell Westbrook, the way he played last year.
Yeah, well, this year too. In fantasy, if anybody's playing fantasy leagues, the number one player in fantasy right now is Russell Westbrook, followed by James Harden. Which is Russell Westbrook is leading by a mile, and that tells you a lot about what's being said about Russell Westbrook. He can do everything. So that closes that topic out. When we come back tonight, half of these games are going to be done with. Actually, the first 5 games I just said are going to be done with, and we're going to be in the middle of the Cleveland-Boston game by the time we come home. By the time we come with tonight's show, so we'll take a look at that.
Now we're going to move into. This will be a shorter topic. ESPN's best and worst quarterbacks of 2017. Mr. Black, please give me the 5 worst that ESPN has ranked.
All right, the 5 worst. Ooh, let's talk about that. Hold on, let's go back. Let's go back in the time. So the worst 5 QBs from the 5th worst to the worst. Let's go over this real quick. You don't push the button. I push the button. And ladies and gentlemen, this is all by QBR. Fuck. Why isn't my thing working? Okay, so the worst QBR. Yeah, let me go back to the worst because apparently my thing isn't working. So worst QBR is Trevor Siemian. He has a QBR of 27.6. It would be kind to call this man a game manager, but he was the exact opposite of. The man sucked. Mitchell Trubisky, it's a rookie growing pains. I mean, he really didn't have anything I'm sorry, he really didn't have anything. They set this man up to fail in Chicago. The bro was doing not so good just because he didn't have anything. But he played his ass off. I'll give him that. the third worst QB, Deshaun Kaiser. He had a 29.5 QBR. And we talked about the Browns. They had absolutely nothing. There was no redeeming qualities. Cleveland.
Well, when Joe Thomas got hurt this year, that basically ended Kaiser's season.
Yeah. And so my other part of my screen isn't working. They're only giving me the top 3, and I can't scroll down. Lovely technology. So fuck this shit. We're going to go with top 3. So the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL is one surprising guy, one rookie, one second-year guy, and then the GOAT, of course. So the third best was Tom Brady with 67.4 QBR. He's had a classic season, 32 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. The man is on fire, and he's looking to lead the New England Patriots into the Super Bowl. We have Case Keenum. What the hell? Case?
Hey,
flip him,
okay.
Keenum.
Now, hold on. Before we talk about Mr. Keenum here, I just want to say once again, I said this on, I think it was Off the Rails, was Jeff Fisher, go fuck yourself, because he's taking credit for Case Keenum and the LA Rams.
No. Jeff Fisher, you ain't do shit but move the team to LA. Just remember, when Jeff Fisher shows up as your coach, your team is moving soon. So if anybody hires Jeff Fisher, just start looking for new plans in other cities where the NFL teams are wanting to go. I hear Las Vegas is nice this time of year.
They are getting ready.
So then we have Carson Wentz, who's had a stellar season before he tore his ACL. I feel bad. The Eagles looked like a playoff team before he got hurt.
Well, you can't say they look like a playoff team. They still are a playoff team. And Nick Foles has actually done enough to get them the number 1 seed and keep it.
Yeah, but bruh, let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Let's be honest for a second. You think that Philadelphia is not making it out the second round of the playoffs? You know this.
No. Both?
I know.
Okay. In the NFC, I'm going to say it right now, I think, and I believe that Minnesota could be the top contender for the Super Bowl in the NFC.
Minnesota, my bets are right now somewhere between Minnesota and Carolina for the NFC. I think that's the only.
I don't think Carolina makes it out of New Orleans.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, we'll talk about that tomorrow. So we'll definitely talk about that. I think we got a game that we got to talk about next. Matter of fact, that's the next topic.
Actually, before the game, we got to talk about one thing before that game.
Yeah.
And that is, drum roll please, the Browns' imperfect perfection of a season and having an 0-16 parade. What the fuck is going on?
What
here?
the fuck? Hold on, yes, because that was exactly when I saw I saw it last night, and I didn't want to say anything about it because I wanted to hold off on it because I knew we needed to talk about this. Like, this was legitimately a thing. Like, and exactly what I'm going to say. This was legitimately a thing. The Cleveland football Browns went 0-16 this year. But if that wasn't enough, if that didn't salivate you to having the perfect season, we're having a parade about it.
CeeLo Green said it the best. Perfectly imperfect.
Perfectly imperfect. Dude, do you know what they're bringing to this parade? The quarterback graveyard.
You talking about all 24 quarterbacks that have started in the last decade?
Well, not them, just their tombstones on a float. Riding around on a float in the tombstone.
Johnny Manziel will probably be drunk sleep on his grave. So,
bro, Cleveland. I mean, I know you guys are hyped because Isaiah Thomas is back. Slow the fuck down. Just slow the fuck down. It's not that serious, ladies and gentlemen. 0-16 is nothing to celebrate. I mean, god damn. nothing to celebrate. Oh my God! What are your thoughts?
You know what would have happened if the Lions had celebrated their 0-16 season? There would have been riots in the streets of Detroit.
There's riots in the street of Detroit every day. There's nothing different in Detroit. They can't get anything right. They can't close out a playoff berth right. They can't they can't seem to tank right in Detroit. Somebody should have told them in Detroit they were tanking this year. Andre Drummond said, "Nah." Avery Bradley even got hurt. They're like, "Nah, we ain't tanking. Nah."
See, you know how they tank in Detroit? They tell the other team to play shack ball with Andre Drummond so he can airball 30 fucking free throws a game.
Hacker drum, baby, hacker drum.
But Cleveland, please don't do this.
I mean, for the love of God, why? I don't know.
Why Cleveland? My boy John is a Browns fan. Why in the fuck are you guys celebrating an 0-16 season, my friend?
Yes, I need a comment from him. I need him. I want a direct quote from him. I need you to contact him.
I will contact him today, and I will get a direct quote from Mr. Ellis tonight for tonight's video.
Because this is bullshit. It's happening January 6th. Saturday, January 6th. If you have nothing to do in Cleveland, and I mean nothing to do.
So here's basically what Cleveland is telling you. Why watch the playoffs? We're not there. We're going to have a parade for our 0-16 team.
That's right. That's right. I need somebody. If you're watching the show and you live in Cleveland, I need you to live stream the parade, and I will show highlights on the show on Monday. I will show photos and highlights. Please, send me some.
You know that shit's going to be on YouTube.
Please, I need it. I need my friends to show me. I know. I got a friend named Laura who lives in Cleveland. Go to the Cleveland Browns 0-16 parade and show me some highlights. I swear, I will shout you out, and I will throw the highlights on the YouTube show. Please, for the love of God, do it.
All right. So with that being said, let's talk about Saturday's playoff games. Now, the first game we're going to talk about and concentrate on right now, because we got 8 minutes left of this video, we have the Tennessee Titans traveling to Kansas City to play the disappointing Chiefs.
Yes. Yes. Now the Chiefs, I'll tell you why the Chiefs are disappointing, because they lost games they really should have won. And it wasn't even Alex Smith that necessarily failed them. It was their defense as a whole. But these are games that they should have won. These are games that really let me go over them for you real quick. Schedule. These are games that they really should have won down the stretch. I mean, they won their last four. However, they should have beat the Jets. They should have beat the Bills.
They lost to the Giants. That's all you got to say.
Yeah, they really should have beat the Giants. They should have beat the Cowboys. And they lost by a point to the Raiders. Remember when I keep telling you that they're the reason. There's reasons out here why I still think the Patriots are still the cream of the crop of the NFL, because these are games that the Patriots wouldn't have lost. I mean, they lost what? Only 3 games this year, right?
Yep. They lost to Kansas City. They lost to Carolina.
Yeah.
And they lost to Miami.
Yeah. Yeah. And these, like I said, these are games that they should have won. These games, like, you can't go around beating the Texans when what's his name was there?
John Watson.
Well, the rookie. Yeah, when Watson was there. Watson's Texans. They beat him 42-34. You can't go around like that, then turn around and lose to the Steelers 19-13.
Hold on, you can't dominate the Patriots in week 1 in Foxborough and not finish with a worse record than the Patriots.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, this is why I said there's pretenders and there's contenders. This is why teams like the Patriots that's still contenders. And I don't know anything about the NFC West. The NFC period as a whole. Even if a team did show up and Minnesota did show up, I still don't think that they're better than the New England Patriots.
All right, so the keys to look at in this game are: can Alex Smith finally win a playoff game?
That's a good question.
Will the Chiefs' running game show up? Lamar Hunt was an early MVP. Kareem Hunt, my bad, was an early MVP candidate, Rookie of the Year candidate, and he fell off the map really fucking quick.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, this is a Titans team that plays well as a team, but I think if you take away Marcus Mariota, that the Titans. There's nothing that the Titans can do. With that said, though, remember we talked about this. I said that this may be Alex Smith's last game as a Chief if they don't get their shit together, bro. Like if they can't.
I truly believe Alex Smith will be the quarterback of the Cardinals next year.
I think one way or the other. I think I'm saying this is even if they did win, if they do win this game, and let's say they even win the next game, make it to the AFC Championship against the against New England, right? Let's just say that if that's actually a thing, because if the Chiefs win, that's actually that might be a scenario that happens. But can you imagine? Say, they got us this far, but we're still going to go with Patrick Mahomes. That would be the biggest Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers bullshit I've ever seen. I mean, except that Alex Smith wasn't trying to retire. He just wanted a contract. And reality is, I don't think Kansas City's going to pay him. You draft a quarterback in the high first round, high second round, and you know he was a top prospect in the NFL. You're telling your quarterback he's on borrowed time.
Patrick Mahomes will be the starting quarterback of the Chiefs next year. I actually have to question if Andy Reid will even be back next year. We'll have to see how that goes because, Andy is one of those guys who – if he doesn't get what he wants, he dips. Yeah.
Well, this is at the end of the day, and I said it yesterday, I think it's going to end up with Alex Smith being the highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
The one thing I want to leave on this, the last thing I want to leave on this little section of this video is I don't know if anybody realizes this is the first time the Titans and the Bills have been in the playoffs since the Music City Miracle.
Ain't that something, right? That's something to think about. Oh man, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Now we are in the final 3 minutes of the video, so it is time for our final thoughts. Mr. Black, let them have it, my friend.
All right, and I want to first off thank you everyone that is watching right now. Watching the video, I want to let you guys know I appreciate you and thank you for watching this second episode. Part 2, Electric Boogaloo, as they say. So if you're like what you see and you think that you want to see this on a daily basis, what I want you to go ahead and do is I want you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button on YouTube. I want you to go ahead and hit the follow button on my page, Big Sin's page, and the Simple Black Entertainment page. Go ahead and let us know what you think about it. Comment, let us know that you like it, don't like it, what we need to improve on. But at either rate, I want you to go ahead and follow us, subscribe to us. Make sure you click on YouTube, click to the left, click down, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be seeing the best in Simple Black Entertainment. You're going to be seeing video gameplays, all that jazz. Mr. Sin, let them know how they can follow us and make sure they get our videos on YouTube as well, sir.
All right here on YouTube. If you're watching this video after the live stream, all you have to do is look down in the bottom right-hand side, you'll see our logo. If you hover over that, you'll see a big red button. Just go ahead and click that. Go ahead and click that bell icon so you know when we are live with these videos daily. We are live with gameplays randomly. We are live with each and everything. And Fridays are I was gonna talk to you about this off the air, but I'm gonna do it now, so I gotta go to work here in a minute. It's Fridays. I say we do the daytime sports thing like this. But we just save Friday nights for Off the Rails.
Okay, that's fair enough, sir.
And that way, that guarantees Off the Rails every Friday night, like it should be.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
And so, with that being said, like Mr. Black said, we here at Simple Black Entertainment, we are doing this because we like to do this. We like to talk to each other. We like to talk to you. We hope you enjoy what we do. I don't know if you do or not. We need to start seeing some comments, so what the fuck? Anyway.
Well, we know people are here. They go through and they watch, and we appreciate every single person that stops by for a minute. Even say hi if you're here. Stop by and say hi. Let us know that you love us, hate us, whatever.
But whether you watch or not, me and Mr. Black are just going to keep this shit rolling. And you know what? You can be on the ground floor or something special. Who knows?
Who knows, right? That's what I'm saying. So let us know what you think.
With all that being said, I am Big Sin. That is Hollywood J Black.
Yes, sir.
And our time is up for now. We will see you in 12 hours. You have a good day, people. Deuces.
Everyone have a good day. Deuces.